Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm Edwin. I'm here with President Javon Reimer. Welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. And Community Service Director Hannah Sagala. Welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
And Professional Development Director Felisa Fenty. Welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you.
All Rotaractors.
Yes.
Yes. The young Rotarians. This week is Rotary Awareness Week. What's the date?
Well, January.
Rotaract Awareness Week.
The whole of January is Rotary Awareness Month.
Okay.
And so we're here along with our sponsoring club, the Rotary Club of Tortola, to speak generally about Rotaract. And we are a project of Rotary, so it's relevant now. Rotaract Week, however, would come up in March.
Okay. All right, so that's cool. And what's up with the Rotary Month and the Rotaractors, and what's the big event? Why y'all having all this awareness? People don't know enough about Rotary?
No. well, Rotary Awareness Month ideally is really intended to let people know what Rotary is and the work that Rotary is doing. So for the Rotaract Club, of course, on our social media pages, we've been speaking about the history of Rotary internationally and the history of Rotaract, as well as the history of Rotaract locally. Okay,
give us a brief history of Rotaract. How did Rotaract come on the scene? Because that's recently new, right?
Well, actually, in 1968, March 13th, in North Carolina University, the Rotaract Club was formed, the first Rotaract Club. And in the BVI, in 1984, the first Rotaract Club of Tortola was chartered under the presidency of Archibald Christian.
Okay, I had no idea it was that old.
30 years, 31.
Yeah. I just started hearing about, it seemed like I just started hearing about Rotaract the other day. Y'all didn't do any publicity.
Well, we're doing it now.
And so to celebrate Rotaract Awareness Month, and of course the week when it comes, you have a series of events coming up?
Yes, we do. During World Rotaract Week, which is the week of the 13th when the first Rotaract Club was formed, we celebrate in different ways, show awareness, and for us, we'll be featuring various campaigns and ads about Rotaract, about being a Rotaractor and what it means, highlighting some of the work that we do with Rotaract. We'll be appearing on TV, on the radio, just letting people know what Rotaract does. We'll be fellowshipping, we'll be having fun. We will also attend church at some point to have a church service, and we will execute a community service project.
What Rotaract does?
All right, I think this is my part. We are young adults, young professionals, we try to give back our time, try to give back to the community, and so far up to date we've done a lot of stuff. We did a back to school drive. We got money, we bought textbooks for kids who did not have the means to get books to go back to school. We even helped out one family, supplying them with uniforms, book bags, school supplies, everything that they needed, because the mom was out of a job and she didn't have anything. So that's where we stepped in and we helped out. We also assisted BVI Cancer Society for their whole month. Every activity that they had, we were there. We helped them paint the town pink, all the balloons. I don't know if you saw it.
Yes, I did.
So we were there 6 o'clock in the morning putting up decorations. We helped to paint Sugarworks Museum, give them a nice little facelift. We also did a Thanksgiving treats to different organizations that they don't really ask for much in return, just our way, part of our club and part of the BVI, just saying thank you. So we gave cheesecakes, pumpkin pies, we give them to Red Cross, Humane Society, Cancer Society, the Old Folks Home, Family Support Network. There's a few others. We also had a little initiative where our newer members that were inducted recently, they put on a sort of a Christmas luncheon for the old folks. Got all the stuff that they needed to make this luncheon, got whatever the folks needed, whatever supplies they needed, gave treats to the staff as well.
At the Adina Donovan home.
Yeah.
Okay. How old do you have to be a Rotaractor?
You have to be 18.
18 to what?
To 30.
And how do you become a Rotaractor? How do you join?
Well, usually most people are invited to the club, but if you know where we meet 5:30 at Youth Affairs and Sports. You can come, and our requirements are you have to attend consecutively 4 meetings, and you have to do a community service project. You have to be involved in our fellowship. Basically, show us that you're really interested in being part of us.
Do you have to be of any socioeconomic status?
No.
We don't discriminate. No.
Not at all.
No, anybody could come.
Anybody.
Okay. Well, and I know it might sound funny me asking you that, but I think that Rotary and its affiliates are doing a good job in terms of human development, and a lot of young people would benefit from joining Rotaract, but there seems to be this perception that Rotaract or the Rotary affiliates are for a special kind of people. Do you think that that's a myth that should be dispelled? And I tell you what is leading me to this line of discussion. Like, for example, in HLSCC in the college, there's the honor society, and there's a certain kind of training that they get from their international affiliates that mold them into special young people. And I mean special, very intelligent, cognitive thinking, on the ball young people, that I feel that other young people who don't have those type of advantages really need that type of training and support. And so some young people get left out, and to me, it's the young people that need it the most that get left out. So I want to see people who ordinarily wouldn't by themselves join Rotaract be invited to join Rotaract and benefit from the training, because I think there's a real training that goes on in Rotaract. Disciplined, service-oriented, presentation, leadership skills and qualities, character building, all those things go on in Rotaract and Interact and Rotary. And I'm thinking that perhaps some of that stuff should filter down a little, well, not down, but filter across a broader cross-section of the population. What's your views?
I like to say here that what we are doing right now is a part of reaching out to persons who may not get that message from us directly. Just being on the Spotlight program right now with you, I'm sure there's someone who wants to join Rotaract who's listening or watching, or someone who knows another person who wants to join Rotaract, and that's why we have Rotary Awareness Month. So that we can reach out to those persons, because we can't get to every single person personally or directly, but we hope that we can reach an individual or Rotaractors or potential Rotaractors who will want to be a part of this, or who will see something within our club from outside looking in and contact us. And of course you can contact us. We already said that we meet 5:30 at the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports every Friday, and you can contact Javon, you can contact Hannah, you can contact myself, and you can come. And we really want those persons to know. Just public awareness is really a part about what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. Well, it might be advantageous or more effective to perhaps go to into the neighborhood and set up a table and recruit, bring Rotary, bring Rotaract to the community. But that's just my idea. Don't mind.
well, that's one of the things we have tried, and we will continue to try. But I think that the message wouldn't reach persons the way it would if we show them what we're doing. If they understand, if you join Rotaract, you enhance your public speaking skills. If you join Rotaract, you can help your community. If you join Rotaract, there's an opportunity to travel, network, and learn so many things. So we're doing the handouts as well, but we're trying a different angle by highlighting the work that we do so that it can appeal to more persons.
Okay, I'm just asking you to rethink that strategy. I understand, and it's not bad. It's a good strategy. But I'm just saying, young people who look at you and say, "Man, me enjoying that thing. That thing for them people, they're going out and doing other things, and so you might have to, go where they are You know, but that's another story. So what else is happening for Rotaract for Rotary Month, Rotary Awareness Month?
Well, I mean, we don't have just one thing planned for Rotary Month. We have up until the year's ended,
Okay, so
and
you have
a
a
few
series of
things.
events.
Yes. So some of the stuff that we do have planned is the library has approached us. So we're going to assist them in helping to renovate the library, which is going to be, quite a task. But we're young and able.
Okay, I thought you'd be rebuilding building a new library.
I wish we had the funds to do that. I'm sure our members would be more than willing. And we're also embarking on a big campaign in collaboration with Professional Development, which is cyberbullying, and Miss Fenty is spearheading that, so I'll let her talk about that.
Yes, cyberbullying, that's a big thing all over the world now. I mean, it's interesting to me. I'm wondering how that works psychologically.
Yes. Well, with cyberbullying, basically, cyberbullying is the use of information technology or computer technology to deliberately harass an individual. So, with cyberbullying, it's become very popular amongst our teens and amongst our youth that someone may take a picture or use posts and words on social media to harass and hurt individuals over and over, and it's bullying, but it's electronic bullying.
But I mean, don't you have some control though over allowing me to bully you? I have some control over allowing you to bully me. How is it that I get bullied from such a distance?
With social media, sometimes it can get out of control, and it can get out of your control. If somebody's using a picture to harass you, it's only so many times that you can block individuals until it just goes right around in a circle and comes back to you. Just someone passing around a picture, eventually you won't have it on your phone, but everyone around you may have it on their phone, and you just have to show, well, see, everyone has this picture, and they're harassing you electronically, but you're not on the electronics. You're not there.
You're not aware of it. You have to be aware of it.
You are aware of it, but you're not sharing in the discussion. Yes, you're not sharing in the discussion.
So people like laughing at you, and they letting you know that they laughing at you.
That can happen.
And they showing this picture this embarrassing, this picture of you in an embarrassing situation.
Something like that.
So you have to stop getting yourself in embarrassing situations.
Well, when it comes to cyberbullying, we really want to push people to be the bigger person. We really want to push our teens and our youth and young people to do the right thing and to not bully. And that is the message that we are sending forward in terms of cyberbullying.
Now, I believe you should protect yourself against bullies. So I'm not trying to stop you from bullying, and I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
That's a good approach. But I want to have the power. I want to be able to not to be bullied or not to allow myself to be bullied. How do I do that?
Well, definitely. A part of our campaign includes having a series of tips for teens and young people, including telling them to be careful with the images that they're posting online. Be careful with the videos that you're posting. Be careful with the things that you write when you are posting, so that things won't come back around to get you. Another part of cyberbullying that comes up in the campaign is revenge porn. And I don't know if you know what revenge porn is.
I don't know what revenge porn is.
Revenge porn is the use of image that was probably taken as a selfie or a video by a person, and it is sent to, and it may be sent to from one person to another.
So you take a naked picture of yourself?
Yes.
And you send it to your friend?
Yes.
And the
friend shares it with everybody.
Oh,
and upon that friend sharing it, then it becomes revenge porn.
Okay.
And this also is something that has come up recently within the public, within our young people here.
So if you want to take selfies and send it out over space, over the internet, you need to expect at some point to be embarrassed.
Well, we definitely are sending the message that be
Unless you don't
careful. Well, yes. The message that we're sending is to just be careful. Be careful with what you're sending to people, and also if you are under a certain age, to be careful with what the legal ramifications with the things that you're sending, especially if you're a very young person.
How can parents protect their children from being bullied?
President Javan, I think you had some tips about that.
Well, one of the things that parents can do to protect their children from being bullied is really to be involved and monitor the things that their children are doing on the internet, and have that relationship and allow them to understand that, you know, if you post this type of picture, you know, down the line it will negatively impact you. Or, you know, if you're in high school, and one of the age groups that we're going to target is the upper high school age group. If you post these types of pictures, it's likely that your potential employer will see these things. So parents really should have conversations with their children and really, you know, focus on what their children are doing over the internet.
Okay.
It is a different time than it has been in recent times. Times have changed. And so the way parents used to parent, this has changed as well. So you have to
pay more attention.
Definitely.
What is social media etiquette?
Hannah, you would like to direct a hand?
The do's and don'ts when using social medias like Facebook, Instagram. You know, you have to be careful on, like what Fenty said, you have to be careful on what you put out there, because people do have access to your pages. Some people don't have any privacy settings. So, you know, even myself, you know, I'm out there, I'm looking for a job, but then I have pictures of me probably smoking, drinking, and partying. As a potential employee, if you can have access to my page, you see that, are you going to look at me as a valuable asset to your company? Probably not. So it's just having certain etiquettes when using social medias. You don't want to put out these negative images that are potentially could harm your future.
Also, just being generally careful. Once again, the word careful in what you write. And using, we had a rule of thumb in the campaign while we were training for the campaign, that if your mom wouldn't like it, if your potential boss wouldn't like it, if your boss wouldn't like it, don't write it. Don't post it, don't write it. If your mom wouldn't like it, don't write it. So
that's a general rule of thumb.
General rule of thumb.
So persons, young people particularly, need to pay attention to their image.
Yeah.
Can adults be bullied? Because we're talking about young people, but
Oh, yes.
They can.
Oh, yes.
Well, like when Fenty said revenge porn, so you and I, we're in a relationship. And keep it spicy. I might send you a little racy picture. But then we have a bad breakup and you decide, you know what, I hate her. I'm going to ruin her life. You would send out that picture to probably people that are within our friend circle. When they see it, of course, you know, they're going to be like, well, I saw a picture, I see what you're working with, you know, that's going to be embarrassing to me. So that is a form of bullying, and adults can do it to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't even send a racy picture to your friend, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, right?
You have to be careful.
You have to be careful, you know, with what you send and how it's sent and how it's identified. That it can be identified as you.
Yeah.
You know.
And we really want to encourage teens to just not send.
Yes. I mean, adults, you know, we expect you to use your discretion. You know, you'd be smart about it, but teenagers, we want to tell them, just discourage them entirely, because it really can hurt them. And they're more, I think, emotionally vulnerable to bullying than adults are. We're probably more secure, you know, we've grown up, we've been through life, but they're now starting out, and to have something like that, you just made a mistake. You know, you wanted somebody's attention, that's how you thought you were going to get it, by sending this picture, and then when everyone sees it and everyone's laughing at you as a joke, you know, it really breaks their self-esteem, their confidence, everything. So we really just want to tell them, just don't do it, it's not worth it.
Great. You're under the turn of the clock. Okay. It's really nice having you. I learned some things about cyberbullying and social etiquette, and I want Rotaract to be a broader base organization to stretch out into all the communities and recruit people from all walks of life, all socio-economic stratas, and have everybody trained in a way where they make a positive contribution to the environment. So, you know, y'all promised me that y'all going to work on that.
Yes, and if you know
Put your
any
hand
young
up like
people, you send them to us.
So you're meeting every
Friday,
Friday.
5:30.
Friday,
The
5:30.
Department of Youth Affairs and
Department of Youth
Sport.
Affairs.
Friday at 5:30, Department of Youth Affairs and Sports. Anybody can come in and see what y'all doing and potentially join.
Nice.
Yes.
Right.
Thanks for being on Spotlight. Good to have you. And all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a break for word from our sponsor. When we come back, we're coming back with a big club. Rotary. Rotary of Tortola. And we're going to talk about Rotary Month and all the contributions that Rotary is making to the community. Keep it locked right at the Spotlight. We'll be right back after these words from the sponsors.
Spotlight is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands and CCT Global Communications.